What are the 5 things that an insurance agency owner that's listening to this should be asking that accountant or bookkeeper when they're looking on bringing them onto their team?
Okay, so off the cuff, certainly I mentioned like how often are you updating my books? When are we going to be meeting to talk about tax strategies? We have a tier in our package where we meet quarterly, and that's more than sufficient to meet with your accountant quarterly. 4 times a year, you're going to have a projection of what the rest of the year looks like, and you can do things proactively to mitigate that. When can I deep dive into what my business does so that you can think about potential tax savings opportunities or or strategies that we can implement to save me money. So those are like 3 or 4. Those are like some of the questions, and then also like billing. I always talk about billing being a differentiator. Like, how do you bill? Do you bill by the hour? Do you bill by the job, or do you bill by the value that's being added to my business? Knowing that up front, because and what are the different rates that somebody bills at, because you want to make sure that everybody's being transparent. Like, we tell our clients like ahead of time what they're going to be charged, and we will share with them once they sign on, like, hey, this is the cost of a tax return with us, because that's what it really comes down to, is transparency. And how can you plan that this is going to be a good fit? But I think 4 or 5 of those questions, it really comes down to, how often can we meet to look at my business holistically and talk about those tax saving strategies.